Hello, 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 all my favorite people. This is your intuitive life coach, Tammy Ward, coming at you today. And I just want to, I'm always here to be able to help expand your consciousness, expand your mindset, expand your way of thinking to be able to get yourself out of the ruts that you are continuous to be in, or that you see a flow in, in the sense of like sometimes a lot of us are around going like, oh my gosh, why is this happening to me? Or like, why am I feeling this way? What is going on? The woe is me, especially on Mondays, right? Monday's always the day where society has pushed into us that it's like, oh my gosh, Mondays are so horrible. But today I wanted to open up that mindset for you and just bring to you a little bit of how I do a little bit of transitioning and transformation with my thoughts, and how I teach my clients to do the same. So again, I am intuitive life coach. What does that mean, intuitive life coach? That just means that whenever you have a coaching session with me, I am able to open up the spiritual world and utilize my guides, your guides. Sometimes your ancestors will come in, and oftentimes past lives will come in and be able to kind of like just give you those life lessons, because the thing about spirits and the thing about guides is that we're all a soul having a human experience. And so these are souls that are up there that are guides for you, that have had human experiences, and maybe they're on their certain stage of their reincarnation to where they're trying to teach you all the things that they have learned, especially from your past lives. Because the soul is not always with us 100% of the time. Sometimes it stays up there, and sometimes it stays within yourself. I mean, it's all different. But before I go off topic, because that is like a lot of topic, that just gives you an understanding of what I mean when I say I am an intuitive life coach. I can intuitively, with my clairvoyance and my claircognizance, I can hear guides and have them speak through me. And that's exactly what I want to do today. I heard the guides today wanting me to just kind of like chat with you about this topic of compromising with your brain. I think a lot of Abraham Hicks teaches this. I think Esther utilizes Abraham to be able to speak through. And I think Abraham speaks of this quite often in the sense of like tricking your brain or compromising with your brain. So an example of that is like, I'm a big firm believer in utilizing the words, the phrase "I get to," right? In the sense of like, yes, I have to get groceries, I have to do my laundry, I have to meditate, I have to work out, I have to take care of my kids, I have to be a wife, I have to be all this, but I get to do those things, right? And when we can shift our thoughts in the sense of getting to, it can open up a world of possibilities that will bring us joy, in the sense of like, I get to go to the grocery store. I get to be around beautiful people inside an amazing grocery store that gives me nourishment. It's all about shifting that thought. And I want to touch on, they wanted to touch on the thought that we heard about in the sense of compromising or tricking your brain. Because your mind, your brain is mechanics, right? It's all about mechanics. It's going to operate at a certain level. It's going to always be that way. It's going to always try and be in fight or flight. It's going to always try to protect you. It's going to always try to be like, no, no, no. And it's going to always try to have you remember those past experiences and the emotions that you created with those past experiences. And so, say for instance, you've been really hurt badly in a relationship, right? It hurt truly badly in a relationship, like it broke your heart, you didn't know where to go from there. And so, then anytime you get into a new relationship, or you meet someone new, or you're trying to put yourself out there, your brain is going to go through all these little things that past experience of that last relationship brought to you. And that's why a lot of people don't trust as much, or they're not able to commit as much, or they hold themselves back a little bit more. It's in the sense of like, we have to trick our brain into saying like, hey, look, I know we were hurt before. I think it's almost like in a sense that it's okay to like think of your brain as a third person. Give it a name, give it a persona, give it a look, right? Think about that. But give your brain the understanding that you are a soul having a human experience. So your soul can talk to your brain just as much as you can talk to your brain, to your mind, and trick it and compromise with it, in the sense of like, if you are trying to get yourself back out there, and you are trying to date again, and you are trying to commit and trust to someone, You can tell your brain anytime that brain wants to go back to that mechanical way of thinking from past relationships, you need to talk to it. You need to be like, look, this is not that past relationship. Let's be here. Let's be here now. So how can we compromise in the sense to make you think that it's okay for me to put myself out there? It's okay for me to trust again. It's okay for me to commit again. And doing that by working with your brain, working with your human mind to be able to compromise what you're wanting in life, what your soul wants to experience, right? Because our soul wants to experience so many things, and that's what it's here for. That's why it reincarnates, because the lesson it learned from your past life wasn't fully developed yet, or maybe it was, and then it wanted to learn something new. So then it's going to cycle around, right? It's going to cycle back to this life and understanding what you need to learn. For me, my soul definitely wants to learn how to be bold and how to tell people the truth and how to experience understanding. And so that's why I'm constantly reading. That's why I'm bold enough to be here and talk to you about these things. And that's why I'm here to give you a little bit of truth of what I understand the guides tell me to inform you. And so a lot of times whenever we're trying to lose weight or we're trying to start a different way of healthy eating, right? Our brain wants to go there. Our brain wants to go into anytime it feels an emotion, it's like, okay, well, let me just fog eat. Let me fog eat this meal. Let me go into this space where my mind will be at ease, right? But you can't do that because that's not what your soul wants. That's not what your human body wants, right? So you have to compromise with your brain and be like, okay, look, I know you want this pizza over here, this large pizza over here, but it's not time for that because I'm getting my body healthy again. So whatever you're doing that's causing that, I want to utilize that and push it forward. Talk to your brain, talk to your human mind to be able to compromise with it, or just tell it what you're going to do. I'm more big on sometimes you have to compromise because, the brain wants to do what it wants to do, again, because it's mechanically built to do that. And so I was just talking to a friend earlier today about the same thing. Her name is Jess. She's an amazing coach as well. Soul Healing with Jess. If you want to check her out, Soul Healing with Jess is her website. But we were talking about today as compromising your brain in the sense of being able to not just trick it, but being able to just talk with it and to say, look, I know you want to go here. I know you want to have doubt. I know you want to have fear. I know you want to have mistrust, but that's not what I'm trying to manifest. And so how can we meet on a even level plane to where I know I am going to believe that I'm going to get this. I'm going to expect that I'm going to get this, but I need to have you over here, my human mind, to be like, okay, whatever. You have to be able to compromise those things. And I think it's an awesome way to move forward and jolt yourself forward in a way of being able to figure out, is this truly how you're feeling, or is this your human mind trying to just do those mechanical things and push you away with the fear and the doubt that's all it knows, right? That's all it knows. I mean, fight or flight, right? The brain, to go past the mind, to go past the human brain of and to get what you want and to believe that you can. I mean, like they always say, we use a small percentage of our brain, and it's because we allow it to take us. And so it's now we have to shift that, and we have to be able to give to our brain its orders, give to our brain what it's going to do next, instead of fighting with it, or instead of allowing it to take you over. Just compromise with it. A little thing that you guys can do to now, a little tool that you can do to start, is anytime that you're feeling self-doubt or self-worth or trust issues or fear, just begin to talk with your brain. Just talk with it and be like, why are you giving me this right now? Because I'm wanting to experience this next experience, and I can't do that if my brain is telling me not to. I can't do that if my brain is telling me that those things are wrong, because you get to experience life. You get to see the joy in everything that you're in. I mean, happiness, we don't have to search for it. We don't have to find it. It already is within inside us. We just have to be able to compromise or trick our brain to believe that we have that happiness inside us. It's also one of those things where it's like runners, they'll tell you anytime whenever they run a marathon that, you know, I think like they always say like what 20 miles of it is pure physical, right? But the last 2 miles is all in your head, all in your brain, all in your thoughts. And I think, when you can do that, when you can they get past that moment, they get past that brain, they get past that mind to be able to have the experience they want of finishing that marathon in the way they want to. And I think when we look at things holistically and we look at things spiritually, it's the same way in that sense that we are literally telling our human mind, like, no, there is something beyond this. I mean, it is exactly in the sense of like whenever they say, listen to your gut. Your gut is not your mind. Your gut is not your brain. Your gut is your soul. Your gut is your heart. Your gut is all of that, knowing that you just know without making the brain go into its, startup of telling you not to, right? So there it is for you there. How to compromise with your brain. Boom, done. I hope you guys can try it. I hope it serves you. If you know more about this, want to comment below and talk a little bit more about this, I would love to hear it. If you would like to figure out how to build tools to get to that, please DM me. Leave me a comment, leave me a message to contact you. I will do so, and we can set up a free consult to see, like what ways that I can help you begin to build those tools. I mean, because that's what it's all about. If you're looking to get in tune with your spiritual self, with your higher self, with your past lives or anything like that, let me know. I mean, this is what I do. So I'm here for you. I'm here for this, for all of you. And I mean, it's my mission in life to be able to serve others of the highest good. And so please utilize it, utilize me. And until next time, keep loving, keep growing, and keep embracing life boldly.